Hello and welcome to RSMs Insight4Pensions software platform that is designed to provide trustees and pension managers gain a better understanding and greater oversight into their risk and control environment, obtain better real-time reporting for trustees to help with decision making and scrutiny over risk management, and to reduce the administrative burden that can often accompany managing and reporting risk through spreadsheets or Word documents. With the increased focus in the General Code on a risk management function alongside an effective system of governance, the Insight4Pensions platform helps schemes do this in a joined up and efficient manner. The platform itself is highly configurable from terminology, structure, dashboards, and reporting configurations, allowing you the ability to customize the tool to suit your scheme's own framework and methodologies. It's also scalable, which means it's suitable for schemes of all sizes to ensure a proportionate and pragmatic approach. Starting with the trustee homepage, this is where trustees can access their own workflow from reviewing minutes and papers of previous meetings and for the distribution and receipt of the next meeting pack via email notification. Access to this can then be tracked to ensure that they have been read and downloaded prior to meetings. We have the functionality here to distribute key policy documents such as data protection or gifts and hospitalities to trustees for acknowledgement and acceptance, with the additional functionality of being able to record declarations all in one place to allow for oversight and monitoring of this. This is all tracked to provide an audit trail and transparency as part of the effective governance of the scheme. Additionally, the functionality in this part of the tool allows for schemes to use the platform as a repository for all its effective system of governance related documentation. All review dates are captured and prompts available to ensure that they are reviewed and approved in line with the required timescales. These can be easily monitored and reported on. As you can see on the screen at the moment, we have a selection of documents, who owns that document, when it was last reviewed, and when the next review date is. And it's from this evidence base that we are able to link the controls within the risk management framework to the effective system of governance and owned risk assessment aspects of the General Code to avoid duplication of efforts and information. From a risk management function perspective, pension managers can capture, monitor, review, and report on the risk landscape either through using the real-time dashboards or through running tailored reports through the reporting capabilities. Each risk has its own risk record, allowing for the controls to be mapped across multiple risks if required to avoid duplication, assurances for the controls to be captured to demonstrate their effectiveness, and also for improvement actions to be identified and tracked through to completion. We also have the review function for each risk to allow for the review of each one to be recorded to provide an audit trail to demonstrate that it has been considered by trustees. You can see on this particular risk record, we also have the link to the effective system of governance through the administration and management of data. And within this record, you can then see some of the potential controls that should be in place, appreciating that this needs to be proportionate and pragmatic to the scheme in question. And the score and the traffic lights that you can see there are demonstrating the effectiveness of that control in managing the risk. We're also able, within the tool, to capture weighted controls, to build in risk appetite to the scoring, and also to allocate risks, controls, and actions to different individuals to drive through responsibility and accountability within the risk management and governance arrangements. From a reporting perspective, as previously mentioned, we have the different dashboards. To start with, here we have an ESOG dashboard, which is demonstrating the effectiveness ratings for each of the controls within the tool. These are interactive, which means that if I wanted to see the ineffective controls from an overall perspective, we can easily delve in to see which of those controls might need action taking to make them more effective. We can then easily switch dashboards. Here we have a risk oversight dashboard demonstrating different categories of risk and the risk exposure being carried, and broken down by different categories and easily identifying the top 10. We also have the policies due for review at the bottom there. We have one hire document, which is required to be completed within the next 30 days. These dashboards are configurable and can be tailored to trustee and pension manager needs. Within the reporting functionality, we have a standard suite of documents here. We have the heat map. This allows us to select the types of risk that we want to see. So in this instance, we're going to look at the code of practice. We're going to pick out the communications and disclosure risks. And here we have an interactive heat map showing the inherent risk scores through to the residual, demonstrating the effectiveness of the controls. We also then have the more traditional risk registers. These, again, we have the built-in report builder, so these can be tailored to trustee needs. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to get in contact with us.